He said, let's create the vibe. Let's not take our time. Hey, y'all. Hey. How many of y'all is woke? He said, bang, I'm woke, shorty. Ow. Hey, y'all. Hey. Happy Wednesday. We about to burn some sage. Hey, boo. Hey. Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. I ain't gonna be on here long. This is a 15-minute mental health moment. This is the mental health corner. Hey, y'all. Don't mind me. He said talk to me different but never extra. Hey, Razoo. How many of y'all got a black Bonnie? Yo, cause chocolate chicks ride the hardest, right? Black women ride the hardest. He said, bang, I'm woke, shorty. I'm growing and maturing. So we are setting the intention to raise the vibration. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. We celebrating the black Bonnies out here. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all be acting like, let me just talk about it. Y'all, when I share memes on my page, y'all be acting like, y'all be some relationship haters. That's what I'm gonna call y'all. Y'all be some relationship haters. Hey, boo, well, talk your shit then. Talk your shit, Mr. Davis. Hey, Mr. Reynolds. So, yeah, I'm hot. Okay, I'm hot. I just logged on and I'm hot. Hi, y'all. So, you better hurt me up or whatever. Thank you, boo. That's my baby husband. Hey, Mr. Davis. Hey, y'all. Hey. Mr. Reynolds said, am I in a relationship? I can't talk. Mr. Reynolds had said, am I in a relationship? And I had said, Bellissima, tell me what that means. There's a pizza place by me. It's my favorite pizza place. I sound so blonde right now, right? Like, I normally know something about everything, right? I sound so blonde right now. Bellissima. So there's a pizza place near me named Bellissima. But can you tell me what's I mean? So, hey, y'all. Hey, it's y'all 15-minute, it's a 15-minute mental health moment on a hump Wednesday. Hey! And then I'll be back tonight to talk my ratchet shit. Now, I'll be back tonight to, like, hang with y'all, but y'all got 15 hot, juicy minutes right now, right? So, I'm hot. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys feel amazing. If y'all at work, I hope y'all feel stress-free, right? If you not at work, I hope you enjoying your day off like me. And just breathe, right? So, happy Wednesday. Well, Mr. Reynolds, I'll be back tonight. We can rock all night. It's like, no. I'll be back tonight for Queen TV After Dark. So Queen TV After Dark, we normally rock out like a little bit longer, right? Bianchi, it's about time you got on here when I was live. All right. So y'all know how I do, right? I gotta shout out my people. right? So we got Kiki B on the mic. Yo, so I've been friends with Kiki B since what, 6th grade? So I'm 45. We was what? How old are we in the 6th grade? 12. So that's like what? 33 years. 33 years of friendship. So let me tell y'all. Don't trust a bitch that be like, I don't like bitches. Never touch a bitch that don't have female friends. Because that ain't normal. If they don't have female friends, something is wrong with them. Okay? Now, females, 5th grade. Ow! Who came in the 6th grade then? I met Erica in the 3rd grade, Sybil in the 4th grade, you in the 5th grade. Ow, ow, ow. But then somebody else came. Lachelle was new. She came. That was the crew. I love you, boo. Hey, we got my country cutie in the room. Hey. Alright, y'all trying to make me talk. And I'm coming on here strategically with a 15-minute mental health moment. And then I'm going to talk my ratchet shit on Queen TV after dark, like 8:30ish. So hey y'all, hey, thanks for coming in here to hang out with me. It is a Wednesday. I hope y'all feel like warriors, right? So it's a Warrior Wednesday, right? So later on tonight, I want to talk to y'all about, so everybody really into everybody's like really into zodiacs, right? So everybody be like, oh, if you this zodiac sign, like this your personality and all that stuff, right? But did y'all know that like there's other signs within our birth chart, right? And it affects how it is that we go about our life, right? So like getting your birth chart, although like I grew up Christian, so Christians say don't study astrology and all of that stuff. But I think some of those things, some of those rules in religion, I think that they are keys to kind of like keep us bound, right? Because the more you learn about yourself, the more empowered you are, right? The more empowered you are, the less you need other people, right? You just need other smart people like all of us. You just need other smart people like all of us to talk your shit with, right? To iron sharpens iron, right? So iron sharpens iron means that like, you know, like we all sharp in here, like we all knives, right? But the way we stay sharp, the way we stay on top of our game is dealing with other people that are on our level, right? Because a lot of us is just like, yo, like if you ain't on my level, like I don't really got time, like I can't be fucking with you, like I just can't do it, right? So like, yeah. Oh my God, yo. So let me tell y'all. So I am like this super dramatic, like super protective parent, like at the school every week for my son, because my son was a little black kid with ADHD to like cut up, right? But like I ain't care. Like some of those teachers, you know, my kids went to school out in the county. You know what I'm saying? So my kids went to the school out in the county, but it wasn't the county. It was like Upper Darby. So it was like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the county, and then it's like the county, right? So like most of us move from the city to the county, right? And then we glow up and then we move to the county, right? So we lived in the county. So those teachers, I feel like, were kind of like prejudiced and stereotypical, right? So because he's on medicine every day, y'all want to be like, did you take your medicine? Like if he cut up or whatever. I'm like, don't be like don't do my kid like that, right? So all throughout his life, even into high school, right, I was always like at the school because teachers are shady. So that shit started with my dad, as Kiki B pointed out. Yeah, right, because that was 6th grade. Yup, it was definitely 5th grade. Well, I can't remember who came in 6th grade. So hey, Mr. Wilson. So I am on early because I am doing a 15-minute, and I've probably been on longer than 15 minutes. But anyway, I'm doing a 15-minute mental health moment, right? And then I'll come back tonight and I'll talk my ratchet shit, right? All right, so, but Kiki B was in the house. We got Kiki B on the mic. So she is my friend of 33 years, right? So she was talking about when we was in the 6th grade and we had this asshole teacher. All the kids were scared of him, right? He was tall, he was Caucasian, he had a deep voice, like he was a bully teacher, right? So like my dad, so my sister came, this one day my sister came to the room to drop off a notebook to me. So he decides to base her out in front of the classroom. Why did he do that? So we went home, we told my dad what happened, and my dad came up to the school, right? Nobody ever forgets this. Like, it don't matter. Like, anybody who knew me since elementary school, which is a lot of y'all on my friends list, right? Anybody who known me since elementary school remembers the story about when my dad came up to the school. Because Mr. Garrett was like the teacher that bullied all of us, right? We all got a little bit bullied, right? Teachers be bullies, right? But we was little people, so we just had to take the shit, right? Yo, my dad came up to the school and walked in the classroom and commenced to telling Mr. Garrett off, right? My dad is like 5'10", Mr. Garrett is like 6'3" or some shit, right? So like my dad is looking up to him, and like my dad was always a trendsetter. So my dad was wearing the mirror hat. Oh my God, I can't. I'm gonna have a heart attack. All right, y'all definitely got me on here longer than 15 minutes because we got Sid Missy. Sid, I just said your name because Kiki B is in here, right? So we always talk about how having relationships with people that you've known for 20, 30 years is abundance, right? So I met Sybil in the 4th grade. So y'all heard me recount all my friends I met. So Sid just came. We got Sid on the mind. Ow. So Sid is like my ride and die. Like, I don't even know how we made it out of some of the situations we made it out of. Like, we should have died. Like, we did crazy shit, right? Me and Sid did crazy shit. Like, we knew each other since 4th grade, but like high school, like we had a few years in high school where we was like hanging tough. Cause at one point, Sid had moved away. And then Kiki B was always there. So like me and Kiki B lived in the same apartment complex. So, oh my God. So me and Kiki B got adventures too, but like me and Kiki B's adventures are like adventures in babysitting. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that went on when we was babysitting, right? For the older people, you know what I'm saying? So, but like me and Sid, we was on foot. So like, we just, Mr. Sadiq! I knew my elbows were sweating! Hey, boo! Hi, Mr. Sadiq! Alright, y'all got me on here longer. Yeah, so everybody remembers when my dad came up. So, Sid, I'm telling the story about when my dad came up to the school. Because anybody that's known me since elementary school remembers when my dad came up to the school and punked like the toughest, most scariest teacher in the school, right? So like, I don't know how many of y'all got stories of like adventures in babysitting. Hell yeah! Like, our shit was, we did some shit, but it was like low key. Me and Sid was like in the middle of the projects at like 2 in the morning, like drinking 40s. Like, me and Sid, like, oh my God, like, we still, like, the only one bad thing. This was supposed to be a mental health moment. This has turned into Queen TV After Dark. Welcome to my diary. So, like, I only did one bad thing in my whole teenage, like one real bad thing. And we stole my mom's car. I stole my mom's car with Sid. Like, me and Sid. Thank God for Jesus. Thank God for Jesus, right? Oh my God. And then Casey come on the mic. We got Casey on the mic. So now let me find out I need to come on in the daytime more. So now we got my baby sister because Casey is here. And that is Sybil's sister. Hey, boo. Girl. Casey, I was telling everybody how like me and your sister should be dead. I'm sweating. Mr. Sadiq get me hot. I need to know why. I only did one thing. I only did one bad thing. And then like me and Sid had like a few years, we had a few years run of debauchery. You know what I'm saying? But like for the most part, I was a good girl. I really was. All right, so y'all got me so hyped now. All right, so this is the 15-minute that went way over 15-minute mental health moment. And then tonight, y'all got to come back and hang out with me for Queen TV After Dark because I want to tell y'all how understanding the things in your birth chart will help you understand who it is that you are in your relationships, what your career, like what your dream career is. If you have like a twin flame, like you can, like all your partners, all your relationships, there's so much information in your chart. And although I grew up Christian and they said studying astrology is the devil, I realized that studying astrology helps you learn a lot about yourself, right? And I feel like the most important thing for us to be doing right now is enjoying who it is that God created us to be, right? And we don't know that if we don't understand. Like, y'all, it's so much that we can learn about who it is that we are personally, and how those things affect what's going on in our life right now. Man, it gives you so much freaking insight, right? So everybody always is like real hype about like their zodiac signs, and they're like, this zodiac does this and that zodiac does that, da, da, da. But in reality, there's a such thing called a birth chart. If you know when you were born and the time you were born, it will give you a snapshot of what was going on planetarily at the time of your birth. And all of that matters, right? So we have our sun sign, which is the zodiac that we always talk about, but then we have a moon sign, and that affects our personality, like our addictions, our career path, like, yo, and we have no idea. We bumble through life, but how much life would... Selena! Hey, boo! I miss you so much, girl. Yo, let me find out. I gotta come on twice a day. What, like, this is daytime soaps, yo. Yo, it's gonna be Queen TV daytime soaps, and then we gonna do Queen TV after dark, right? Where we normalize in healthy, sexy relationships, right? And then in the daytime, we gonna get our mind right. We gonna get our mental health together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy to see you, boo. Let me do a dance party for you. Oh, let me do a dance party for Selena. This is how much I miss you, girl! Oh, and this is for the girls that I know since 4th and 5th grade. Yo, music was so, like, instrumental. Like, we still got jokes that we tell that are about music, songs. Sin, do, forgive me not. We was crazy, y'all. We was crazy. Like, we was lit, though. We was lit. Like, I think we was, like, the littest high school. We was just regular. We was fun. We was into music. We was into being silly. Like, we was just silly. We was silly. We was silly. Like, we was silly. So anyway, guys, I want to talk to y'all. I'm so hyped. Now I got to calm down and come into my therapist vibe. So I want y'all to come back and hang out with me tonight, 8:30, between 8:30 and 9. God is still working with me on this whole time thing. Between 8:30 and 9, we going to come back, right? We going to do Queen TV After Dark, right? Oh, my God! Oh, we got my bestie on the mic. Got my bestie on the mic, like. Hey, boo! Now that girl. So Missy, who just came up, let me find out I need to come on in the morning. I'm about to cry, y'all. Missy, Missy, our debauchery was a different kind of debauchery. Y'all about to make me cry. Some of y'all, I haven't seen y'all and talked to y'all. Alright, so Selena, I love you. Selena is one of my old co-workers, right? But she a part of my soul family, right? Your soul family are those people that you always stay connected with. Like, you don't know why, you just always fucking love them, right? It's just something about them that keeps you tied, right? And right now, y'all hear me talk about us going through our spiritual awakening. We making some changes. Like, we cutting some of our friends off. We cutting family off. But I feel like God is sending us our soul family, right? Those people that have always been there. We may not talk to them every day. We may not see them every day. But like we created a bond, right? In that time that we met and got close or whatever the case may be, right? So I just want to encourage you guys that like as you start to get rid of the things in your life that don't serve your highest good, God sends in people that are your soul family. So like I'm really ready to cry by the fact that I seen Kiki B, Sid, Missy, my bestie, Selena. So like yeah, you guys, so thanks for coming to hang out with me. I was doing a 15-minute mental health moment. Hey, we got Bowtie Yachty in the howdy house. Hey, honey. So I was trying to do, I'm hot again. I was trying to do a 15-minute mental health moment, but everybody just keep getting me so hype and happy. So anyway, Missy is my bestie because our daughters met in daycare. They was like 3 years old. They was the cutest things ever. They met in daycare and they became besties, and then me and Missy became besties. So why Missy is special to me is because when I moved to Philly, she was my first family, right? Like she was like a bestie. She was like a sister. I would go over her house on Sunday. You can kick your shoes off. She gonna feed you. Y'all gonna eat. Y'all gonna watch Lifetime. Like it was just so zen, right? Like family. So I posted my nephrons, right? Like let me clear that up because y'all probably was like, she's so incestuous. And I want to show up as my best self. We got my daughter in the house. So I want to show up as my best self, right? So I'm not incestuous in that I was like, I called them nephrons because like they look so good. They all grown, did it up, right? So now I was the auntie that's like now divorced and they look good as shit. So I called them my nephrons because they like my nephews, but like they could be my little boyfriends if Stella needed to get her groove back, right? That will make Missy blush because those are her sons. But I'm not a real auntie, but I'm a real auntie. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, Missy was like my first real family. Her and her family, right? And I still called them like my Philly family, right? So that's why she's special to me or whatever. So yeah, y'all. So y'all, 15-minute mental health moment. We talking about brain fog, right? Brain fog can be brought on by a few different things. My brain fog was brought on by being in a narcissistic relationship, right? So in a narcissistic relationship, there is a lot of gaslighting that goes on, right? So gaslighting is a form of denying your reality, right? So like, y'all may be like, oh my goodness, like Tiff, you look so pretty in that purple lipstick, right? Clearly my lipstick is red. And you would argue me down that no, the lipstick is purple, right? So it's like a way of denying your reality, right? It's a very manipulative, abusive tactic to cause you to be mentally scattered, right? So narcissists do that. That's a number one weapon. They like to project, right? So whatever it is that they're feeling, which is 9 times out of 10 something negative and nasty, right? They will project it onto you and say that you are doing that, right? Mental manipulation, right? So those are just some examples of things that start to cause brain fog, because you're always in a state of fighting, right? Mentally, you're always defending yourself, right? And you just feel like shit to be with somebody that continuously denies who it is that you are. They deny how it is that you're really showing up in the world, right? So we deal with it, we take it, we got the mental tenacity, we want our relationship to work out, we just think that this is a normal part of relationships, when in reality, it's not, right? It's abuse, right? We won't call abuse, it's abuse, and it's a form of mental abuse, right? And it can lead to brain fog, right? Depression can lead to brain fog as well as stress, right? So what is brain fog? Brain fog is that foggy feeling in your brain when your thoughts kind of like just float around in your head, but you have a hard time being able to pull everything in and pull it all together, right? You have a hard time getting to places on time. You have a hard time figuring out what it is that you want to do. You have a hard time making choices and decisions. You just feel foggy. Your memory is bad. your memory is bad, right? Also too, I was told that some of us have, well, I read that some of us have experienced it. Thank you guys, hype me up. Some of us have also experienced it just from COVID, right? So just being in a house. For some of us, that was very tranquil. And for some of us, it was traumatic, right? We're going to be honest and we're going to be real. And we're going to say that, like, social distancing, although we made the best of it, like for me, I was never able to be comfortable with it because attachment is so important, right? Attachment and connecting with people that are like you is so important, right? We talk about energy, right? So it's like we need that energy to create synergy, to push us through life, push us through what it is that we're going through. And then we had to stop and be halted. And some of us had to be on quarantine. I was by myself. But some of us had to be in quarantine with people that weren't well, two categories. They wasn't the best person in the first place. Now you're stuck in the house with them, right? Or you didn't realize who it is that you were dealing with until you were stuck in the house with them, right? So that could be good or bad, right? But for the most part, I feel as though the majority of us went through a spiritual awakening of some sort, right? Anytime we leave out of a relationship with a narcissist, the antidote to a narcissistic relationship is self-love, right? Just really getting back to loving you, putting you first, understanding that I don't have to be a people pleaser. I'm not here to make everybody happy. I'm not here to take care of everybody and feel like, what about me? Who's here to support me? Like, who's here to listen? You know, so narcissistic relationships make us feel like that. They make us feel very mentally isolated and very mentally lonely to the point of suicide, right? To the point of, I don't want to be here no more, right? Because narcissists do things like smear campaigns. They isolate us from our friends. They talk about us to our family members. They like when we try to get out of the relationship, they threaten us. They're just very manipulative. They tell our business to the family. A lot of us were raised by narcissists, right? We were in narcissistic families. All of that, right? So brain fog, that can be a result of those types of relationships, right? So y'all know I got notes. I don't want to forget nothing. Oh my goodness, where my notes at? Oh. So I want to give y'all some ways to heal brain fog, right? Because for me, like, my brain fog looked like always feeling scatterbrained. Finding it hard to be able to make a decision. Even something as simple as, like, what do I want to eat, right? You know what I mean? Like, your self-care starts to kind of, like, decline. You're very tired, lethargic, foggy, right? It was like I would know I had all of these things to do, but like I didn't have the ability to kind of like still myself and my mind enough to sit and write down a to-do list. I was forgetting things, like shit was getting, like I forgot to pay my rent one month. Like my credit cards was getting charged off because I was forgetting to pay and like being like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and like next thing you know, it's 2 months later of tomorrows, right? Brain fog. Alright, so I got a headache just talking about it. So I'm gonna tell y'all some ways to help with your brain fog, right? So the number one way of helping with our brain fog is meditation, right? And allowing ourselves to come off of our electronic devices, because also too we can get brain fog just from, because we live in a world with a lot of media, social, we're always on the electronics, that's what I'm trying to say. We're always on our electronics. We're always scattered, right? Our thinking is always scattered because we open this app and that app, and there's no shade, right? Because like we don't shade people here on Queen TV. We just understand our behaviors, right? So we can get better. Some people be like, hey, you on that phone, whatever. That is what, that is what society has shaped us to, right? However, we're responsible for how it is that we show up in the world. We're responsible for our habits. We're responsible for the things that we continue to do, right? So with us always being on our electronics, right? Now, me personally, like, what? If I could have 3 phones just for the purpose of like, I could have something going on my TV. Hey, Mr. Beckett, my Facebook husband. I could have something going on my TV, my laptop, my phone, and another phone, right? Because I'm always trying to do 50 million things at one time, right? That causes us to be scattered. And then you pick your phone up to do one thing, and just an hour later, you're just like, what did I pick my phone up to do, right? That also causes us to have brain fog because we're fragmenting our thinking, right? So with meditation, it helps us kind of like bring that all in, right? And it gives us time to just think about nothing. Just still our minds, clear our minds of our thoughts, right? It'll help with overthinking, right? So just clearing and bringing it in, and that ability to just be doing nothing, right? Start with 5 minutes. Now, I am the mental health coach with the most. She struggled with meditation. Why? Because I don't want to bring it down. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I did? I started using music. Because, like, okay, so imagine this, right? Right? So we all love music, right? So what you could do is focus on like one part of the music that you hear, right? And don't allow your mind to wander from that thing, right? So maybe like the dun 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 dun, but it's a whole lot going on in the song, right? So if that's your like that, to me, I can sit down and figure out how to work through this, right? But you told me to just be like, although I know it worked. Whew. Also I'll do meditation in the tub, right? Because when you in the tub, you kind of don't have no choice but to kind of like bring it all in. Or in the shower, because starting off your day with meditating is good. This is how we be. We got so much on our mind. What? He said about 3 Kims. Right? So we be going crazy, okay? So meditation helps with that, right? Or guided meditations. I would suggest guided meditations off of YouTube because you can do them. I also don't mind doing those either because if you give me some words to focus on, that helps, right? Breathing helps, right? Breathing in your nose, not your mouth, right? Right? So when we breathe through our nose, the reason why that is good is because the oxygen has to go through so many channels to get to our brain, and that's good. Some of us breathe through our mouth and the breath doesn't go through the same channels, right? So breathing helps with our brain functioning. And I even heard that like when you breathe with like one nostril, if you like intentionally do that, like you wake up like different parts of your brain, y'all. All right, so meditation, and we want to start our mornings off with meditation, right? So that is the time of the day where we had the least going on. We ain't think about Tanya, Veronica, Lisa, 3 Kims, and right? We not thinking about all that stuff, right? So meditation, okay? Taking time away from our electronics, like intentionally, like just putting them down, right? Now, these are things that we may not do all the time, right? So, make it easy on yourself, right? Make it easy for you to be successful. Be like for 5 minutes or however long. Say like an hour. I'm gonna sit here and do whatever. I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna touch my phone, right? That is going to slowly but surely over time is gonna help your brain be less scattered, right? Exercise. Exercise is great, right? In any type of recovery, because exercise is going to build your tenacity, it's going to remind you that you're strong, it's going to get your energy moving, right? So taking walks, right? Going outside, windy weather, like the wind helps, right? So all of that stuff helps us with grounding and intentions. Set your intentions also. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the biggest things. I'm going to do this meditation because I know my mind is fragmented. And this is my way of pulling my mind back in, clearing out my brain fog. Those are the things you want to be making intentional in your mind, right? Then you want to meditate, right? You want to say, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to walk because I know that walking is going to... Oh, and then too, like, I'm one of those people, I just feel like I don't have enough time in the day. Yo, we double dipping it, right? So if you walking, you breathing, right? That's helping. You meditating, you breathing, right? That's helping, right? And say you might be like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm not gonna look at my phone, and I'm gonna breathe, right? And I'm gonna meditate. Boom! I just got 3 things done at one time, and I might have did that while I was walking my dog. Ow! So it's like 4 things. Maybe not walking the dog, because like dogs be extra. So no, don't walk the dog. Just make it intentional walk, right? Those of us that are close to water, like bodies of water, water really helps regulate our body, right? Some of us more than others. So if you're somebody that's called to the water, it's definitely something that's going to heal you. Now, you guys may not feel like miraculous or like it matters, but let me tell y'all. When some bullshit and fuckery come around like later in the week, like a couple days later, and then you realize that like you just be like so cool and like chill, like you don't feel like fucking somebody up. It be that meditating, walking, right? Okay. Also sleep. Ain't nobody sleeping. I know y'all ain't sleeping, but we need to get 8 hours of sleep, right? Sleep helps with our brain fog, guys. We need 8 hours. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to do it, right? So we got to get sleep, we got to get exercise, and we got to meditate, right? What else? Breathing also energizes your brain. I want to tell y'all that. Sunlight, vitamin B. Adding vitamin B to your regimen is a really great way of keeping everything regulated, keeping your energy up, okay? Lots of water. Massages. So having somebody that can massage you, right? And talking to other people that are going to be intellectually nutritious. Somebody that's going to be intellectually nutritious for your soul, meaning they not talking no bullshit, right? Like somebody that you can sit and have a good conversation with about whatever. Like maybe it's an intellectual conversation, maybe it's not, maybe it's just small talk, but it's just a way of connecting with a friend, right? It's very important right now for us to be connecting at this time, right? We've been isolated. Some of us feel the isolation more than others, right? Some of us want to stay secluded, but it's time for us to like move and shake and wiggle because God has done a lot. God has done a lot on us, on the inside, y'all. God has done a lot with us. And somebody out here needs what it is that you have. And whatever it is that you have is your unique gift, right? None of us are here to be like anybody else. Everybody, you know what's so dope about God? Everybody is just here to be who He created us to be. Self-love takes you down the journey of really understanding who God created me to be, like through His eyes, not the eyes of my trauma, the eyes of everything I went through, the eyes of the poop-butt ass niggas that never realized how fucking dope I was, the eyes of the narcissists that always made us want to explain ourselves and made us feel shitty and made us confused mentally, like what the fuck, right? That's another thing. That's another reason why you get brain fog, because like you're always mentally confused, right? Another very overlapping thing I want you guys to remember are, number one, your intention, right? Always set your intentions, just period in life. It'll just make your life better, right? I'm going to intentionally do this. I don't care what it is. I'm going to listen to this music because I need to like feel better, right? I'm going to put on this shirt that says Queen because I want every body around me to remember that they're royalty. You know what I'm saying? So just mentally preparing yourself and mentally like setting certain things, right? So those of us that are dealing with brain fog, it's like, it's very easy. Like for me, it was very easy for me to be, and still is, very easy for me to be like mentally overwhelmed, right? because brain fog is also like a form of mental fatigue. So you're mentally tired, right? You're mentally tired when you're fighting against people that don't know who you are, don't recognize. You're mentally tired when you're always defending yourself against family, friends, work. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do Queen TV. Now let me plug myself. That's why I do Queen TV After Dark, because we're normalizing healthy, sexy relationships. Because too often, I done gave them a name, y'all. Too often, I got relationship haters on my page. Everybody want to like all the little snarky, like everybody want to go hard under like memes and all of that stuff. And now I'm starting to realize some of them dudes that want to come on there, like whenever I be like, yeah, da 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 da, and they want to be smart and be like, hey, nah, 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 like, I recognize y'all. I'm like, oh, these niggas must know my twin. They must be jealous. Like, it's so, the hate be real, y'all. So that's why I come here and I'm positive. And I'm all about love, light, and healing, right? Because that's what the fuck we need, right? If everybody felt like royalty, then they would walk like royalty. They would make decisions like royalty, right? So tell me how much just senseless killing will be going on, how much just manipulating people, gang stalk people, manipulating people's energy and like trying to be so in control of others and what others do, and so in control of what's going on outside of ourselves versus first gaining control on what's going on the inside. Like, if we did a little bit more of that, we would not have time to be just killing people. We would not have time to just be getting mad and just going off and just spewing just negativity just cause. Like, think about what it is that you're doing, like, before you do it. Like, what's the point? There's days that I'm mad, I'm upset, I don't even get on social media. Because I don't want to put something smart out there, or just, because I just don't want to be negative, right? Because there's enough negativity in the world. So I'm here to combat all the negativity that I see, one energy bolt at a time. You know what I'm saying? And we need to understand who it is that we are and why we do the things that we do. Why we do the things that we do, so we can take it easy on ourselves first. And if we take it easy on ourselves first, then we'll take it easy on other people, right? I respect myself very highly. I love myself very highly, right? So I'm not going to disrespect somebody else because I don't want to be disrespected. I know, and that's another thing. We need to know what it is that we deserve, like what we should take and what we shouldn't take. I hear people justify disrespect. Disrespect is disrespect. And everybody, hey boo, hey! Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks everybody for coming in here to hang out with me. I don't know why I can't talk today. So hey y'all, hey, this is the 15 minute that went on for like probably like an hour and 15 minute mental health moment. For those of y'all that just came in here, we are talking about brain fog, right? Just that scattered feeling of not being able to pull it all together. So make sure y'all watch the replay. Make sure you share the video or whatever. Make sure you share the video, because I'm sure this is something that we can all benefit from, right? So I feel as though when we start to take better care of ourselves, and start to really understand who it is that God created us to be, we fall in love with ourselves more. We respect ourselves more, and therefore we respect other people, right? We respect other people's story when we're not afraid to look at our own, right? We respect other people's voices when we're not afraid to speak for ourselves, right? So that is why I come on here, you guys, to just combat some of the negativity that it is that I see. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to be able to live happier lives, and we're not going to be happy if we always being negative. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for y'all. I will be back later for Queen TV After Dark. We're going to talk a little bit about astrology and how understanding your birth chart and your astrology helps you with being successful in your life, because it helps you understand yourself better. So So I love y'all. Thanks for coming in here to hang out with me. And I'll be back later for Queen TV After Dark, where we are normalizing healthy, sexy relationships, y'all. I love y'all.